Hello friends, this is Chandrakant from Akulmac Technologies, and in this series we are on the journey of understanding our digital quotient or digital intelligence. So as you know, digital intelligence has become one of the key skill to have, and we have actually done a few chapters and we are going by chapters. This is a chapter dedicated about the personal security. And when we talk about personal security, we are actually trying to say that it's a personal cyber security. It has become very, very important for everyone to know, whether you are an old, middle-aged person, youngsters, to follow the personal security best practices while using your digital space, either on the internet, on your PC, on your mobile. So without waiting any longer, let's get into understanding the personal security aspects of the systems that are available at our disposal today, and how we can be understanding those and be safe. So first thing is to create a strong password. So everyone who's using a PC or a mobile, and by using these different mediums, using different applications, must ensure that all our applications are secured by very strong passwords. The strong password basically means you should not be using something which people can easily guess and identify your password. So you have to use uh, some sort of special characters in your passwords. You have to use combination of small and large characters. The password should not contain your date of birth, etc. So you have to use these strong passwords. To chances are that it is very difficult for people to know your password and then log in into your work area. Now there are a lot of applications today which gives the facility of automatically generate those passwords, which are very, very complex in nature. However, you won't be able to remember those passwords. So what I'm trying to tell you is, make sure that you remember some codes, define some codes, and create those passwords and probably memorize them. You don't have to write those, because if you write those passwords again, there is a chance that somebody can see those passwords, copy them, and misuse your digital identity. So that is the first thing that everyone in today's world should learn and be safe by creating this strong password. But even that is not sufficient. You have to use the number two tip is two-factor authentication. So when we say two-factor authentication, what is two-factor authentication? So first factor is your password, and by merely typing your password, people should not be able to, or you yourself should not be able to enter, because the second factor is important. It's like having two keys in the system. You know, in olden days, the bank safe used to have two keys, and both keys have to be used simultaneously in order to open the safe. So it is similar to that. So ensure that two-factor authentication is enabled not only in your Facebook, but also in your emails, your mobile, your PC, everywhere. That means it is similar to a banking login where you enter your password and the OTP is generated, which is valid for 5 minutes, and OTP is your second factor. So this makes uh, your work area to be misused very, very strong. I mean, in the sense that nobody will be able to penetrate if you have two-factor authentication security enabled. So please go ahead, enable two-factor authentication in your Facebook, in your LinkedIn, because all of these applications today are providing these features for free. So enable that whenever you try to log in into Facebook and LinkedIn or Instagram or your email, the code will be sent on your mobile as an OTP. Enter the OTP, which is very unique, valid for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and then you will be able to enter your work area. Next is identifying, because we are using all these social media platforms today. We create our accounts and then we use in some way or other. So the chances are that most of us are using all of these, which are listed here, but then there are so many others. We create a profile and then we forget about it. However, the advice is to go and check the privacy policies and security settings in all of these different uh, platforms. So if you look at Facebook, there is a facility where you can control who can watch your updates and who can see your credentials, who can see your photographs, and whose update you want to see on your wall, etc. So make sure that these settings are appropriately applied on your individual social media accounts, because your identity will be leaked only through social media, because your social media, if it is not set properly, is open to public, and anybody can access to your personal information, your personal pictures and your personal profile, and can be misused. So therefore, make sure that you go and update these security settings as per their policies. Also, ensure that you set up the privacy policies appropriately what you want. These platforms keep coming out with new updates, new stronger security policies. So every time these platform announce that there is an update in the security policy, you as an individual must log in and check what has changed and make sure that your security policy is up to date as you want it. So if you take these actions, the chances are your personal information will be secured. What is happening today is something called phishing. You must be hearing this in news and also in articles that the phishing has happened and so has lost so many millions of dollars. So what is phishing? Phishing is sort of a copying of your legitimate business. Say, for example, if there is a bank through which you deal, you do your banking, the bank website will be fished. When we say fished, it's like when you get an email from these these sources, it will look like your bank web address. However, if you see carefully, these web links will be, there will be one alphabet different, and without looking at these links, you click on them thinking that your legitimate bank through which you are doing business has sent you some information, and you click on those links. Moment you click, the login password etc will be asked for, and then without innocently, without knowing what is going on, you will basically enter these your login password credentials, and it will go into wrong hands. So make sure that whenever you click on something, you check their website thoroughly. Don't fall trap to these phishing guys who are basically trying to get hold of your information. Now, the phishing can happen only, not only for banks, but it can also happen through on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn. So everywhere there's a chance that the people are trying to get hold of your data, which you are protecting. So something that you have to watch out for. If you browse your internet responsibly, the chances are your data will be secured. Make sure that you visit the secure sites which are secured by SSL security layer, and make sure that these are not some sites which you are visiting which are not secure and designed maliciously to take your data. So make sure that you responsibly sign up into the accounts which are secured. And if you look at the website, make sure that the SSL certificate is enabled. If it is not enabled, don't go to those websites. The another tip is make sure that your softwares on your PC or your tabs and your mobile phones are up to date, because with every update there is a security which is beefed up. So make sure that your updates are applied immediately as soon as they are out, and don't delay this process. Your software should be up to date with security, with built-in enhanced security. So make sure that your softwares are always up to date. Make sure that your devices are always locked. So a lot of these devices gives finger scanning or face reading. Make sure that you enable all the security measures which are available in your devices, and they are always locked so that even by mistake they should not be misused. At the same time, when you're leaving your desk, work area, desk or your PC, do not leave them with your password on, so that without your knowledge, nobody should be able to gain access to your device. So whenever you leave your device unattended, make sure that you leave them in a locked uh, format, not in unlocked format, so that your security cannot be uh, taken away by somebody without your knowledge. There are a lot of antivirus, anti-spyware softwares which are available. If you can find some good anti-spyware software, you should actually get those softwares installed on your mobile as well as on your PC. Make sure that these spywares are not downloaded, because the spywares, by as a name suggests, is a software which will do spying on you without your knowledge. So if it is downloaded on your PC or your mobile, all your activities will be recorded and sent to the person who wants to gain access to your private life. So make sure that you have a spyware installed on your PC or on your mobile, to make sure that you are safe and sound, secure from all these spyware attacks. And last but not the least, you have to use backups. Make sure that you take the backup of your devices, and in the in this way you are able to save your data. Now when we say backup, it's not merely copying all your files. It's basically a backup of your all your files on your device with date. So when you actually do your backup, you will be able to restore your backup with date, and this way, even if your data is stolen or something like that, you will be able to restore your devices in future. So with this, if you take these steps, your life will be much more secure, you will be much safer. And as in post COVID era, everyone is moving on the digital arena, your usage of digital platforms will be much more secure, safer, and you will be able to successfully use all of these devices without losing uh, control on your safety, security, and your personal data. So with this, I will say goodbye. Make sure that you follow these tips. Whoever knows about these tips, good enough. But if you don't know about these tips, these are the simple tips which you can follow in your day-to-day life and be secure. We will meet in the next chapter of DQ. The whole goal of this series is to basically enhance the digital intelligence for everyone, for all citizens of the world. Do write to me if you have any comments, and I will take those comments in the next session. Until then, bye bye.